Hello friends, today in this tutorial we will be extracting the profile, Instagram profile of a user, and also we will be displaying all the posts which he has made inside the Instagram page. Here you will see all the pictures. We will be displaying it inside the browser using simple JavaScript, and we will be making use of this Instagram API, and this does provide us with a simple API access where all this information that you see inside your screen here, which is number of posts, number of followers, how much the person is following, this display name, username, and this description, this external website will all be accessible in JavaScript. So if you're watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button. So we will be scraping all this information and displaying it inside the browser, all these posts also, which you see right here. So we will be displaying it in the browser. So for this, we will be using the Instagram API. So if you take the example, this example, if you just copy this example inside this browser, and basically what you need to do is that after this, you need to write here question mark, and then you need to write a underscore is equal to 1. So if you write this, now this will return you the, let me just, this is the actual URL. You can see that here. You can just replace it. If you open this inside the browser, this will return a JSON response to you. So here you can replace any username of your choice. Here you can replace here this username. Let me replace it, and now you can see. So if you click it, it will have this profile picture. If you click it in the next tab, so all this information is given inside this JSON response. So simply you need to write here simply instagram.com and then followed by your username. So whatever username that you have, mine is coding Shiksha. So after this coding Shiksha, put a question mark and underscore a is equal to 1. So if you write this, now you will get this JSON response here. So without having to provide any sort of API key, so if you just write here, just replace your username, then it will give you the details that you want, which is biography. So whatever written is there, you can see whatever it is written. So it is providing me inside this biography property. Then we got our external URL, which is displayed here. This is the external URL. So this is a website, and this is the count, how many followers. This is called as 174. So this is matching here, number of followers 174, and this is 993, how much users that you are following here, 993. Number of posts out there, 35. So if I search for a 35 number inside this, so 35 I think should be there. So count variable, so it will be there. I just need to find out this information. So this will be, I think, will be there inside the post property. So all this information you can extract. The name at the name also, let me copy this name and try to search for a property which is having this name. So you will see full name, and it is providing this full name also. And the all this ID as well, if you want to extract the ID. So basically this is your ID. So if you don't write your username, if you just want to find out your ID, simply paste it. So this is, sorry, just provide user, and after that paste your ID. So this is the user ID. I think the format is kind of like, I think this is the user ID. So if you just see here, find is Instagram user ID. If you just write here inside the browser, so it is saying that find Instagram user ID by username. So you just need to provide the username. So if I write my username, which is coding Shiksha, click search Instagram user ID. So basically it will search it, and I think it should return this user ID which is there, this ID that you see. I think this is the user ID which is returned by the person. I think this tool is not working, so let me use this tool. If I paste the username, click find Instagram user ID. So now basically you will see it will also show you uh, this Instagram this ID here. You will see this is the ID which is 2228. This is the ID that you see here. So in this way you can also find out the Instagram ID. So if you're watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So here also you can see same URL is opened here, question mark underscore underscore a is equal to 1. So you can just see here, if you also open this from this browser, you will see that the same information. So all such information will be returned to you from this JSON response. So we will be try to write this inside our HTML table. In JavaScript, we will make use of fetch API to make a simple GET request to this URL and return this JSON data inside us. So all this profile pic is also returned to us. You can see this is the profile pic. If you see here, this is a profile pic which is returned, and all the qualities are there. Profile pic, HD quality. So this is all coming through the API. Username is also there. You can see coding Shiksha. You will see username is also there, and so you can see that all such images are there. So this is the post, individual posts that you see here in various qualities. So we will try to replicate it on inside the browser inside this video. So I just wanted to show you how I am getting this information. So just go to your browser and open this URL and replace your username by the username that you want to fetch the data. So like this, all the information will be returned to you. And now we can simply uh, develop this application. So if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, are you creating Instagram clone or just using their API? I am using their API, Rajesh. So to fetch some data, profile information, and the number of posts, he's only using API of Instagram. Okay, bro, one suggestion: go for good content in short video. This will increase your followers. Come live in short some moments. I want to come live for each and every video because I am not comfortable in uploading videos because it takes a lot of time. But when you come live, it makes the job way more easier because you just need to click the live button and just start recording it. And YouTube take care of uploading the content. So I like just live streaming the way I do the work so that it becomes way more easier. So let me just paste it here so that the comments can, let me copy this link here, paste it here. So click on connect. So if you're watching the content guys for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So this is the comment that was made by the user. So Rajesh is asking what is Twidget. Twidget is a very good widget that displays chats on the browser. You can see on the screen without automatically. You can see if I select this, the chat is displaying it on the screen alongside with the username. So it's open source software. So basically Streamlab, if you stream with Streamlab, they offer this service, but this is expensive. It is pricing, so it takes some charges, but this is a free software. If you just type this Twidget on Google, so basically it shows the live chats in the stream. So you can download this on side your computer and just grant the permission of your Google account, YouTube channel, and automatically when you come live, your chats will be displayed. You can integrate it inside OBS Studio very easily. So I will make a tutorial if you want to. So this is very easy, and now we will start this application. So right here we will need a simple index.html file for starting this application. So right here we will declare a simple template. So here we will say Instagram API in JavaScript. So right here for building this we will need a bootstrap. We will need the bootstrap, so bootstrap CDN. So we will simply say you can go to w3schools.com. So definitely I will make that month stack e-commerce project. So definitely no need to worry. And we will copy paste this title here like this, paste it. And after this guys, we will have the container class of bootstrap. Inside this, we will give it a heading of uh, find Instagram profile and post. And here we will simple have a simple form here where the user will provide the username of the user. So we can simply say I will not provide action attribute. I will just provide a form which will have the ID of form. Three people are watching the stream guys, so please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So here we will have the form group class, and inside this we will say input type text, and we will give it a class of form control, and this should be required. And we will give it an ID of username. So we will give it a placeholder that enter your Instagram username, and also we will give it a label like this. So now if you open the browser, you will see a input field out there. So what we can do is that we can simply put the autocomplete to off. Then we will have a simple button to submit the form. So button btn danger btn block, and this will simply say fetch data. So if you now refresh it, you will see that there is the interface of the application is complete right now. So why are you not using React.js? For this purpose, for this simple project, I am using first of all JavaScript, and in the later videos, I will use React.js. No worry about it. So when you click this button, after filling your username, this will fetch it. Now for we need to use some, I think we need to include Jquery. So right here in the same website, go to w3schools.com and go to get started. And here you need to copy paste the CDN. Simply copy this and paste it here after the form. I think after the body, paste the CDN of Jquery. So let me resize it. So after this guys, what we need to do is that we need to write the JavaScript part. So here we will first of all get the reference of the form, which is document.query selector. And here we will give the ID which we have given to it, which is form. And then we will say form, which is form. I think form, when the form submits, this function will automatically execute. We will prevent the auto submission of the form by e.prevent default. And now we will get the username. Simply we will say we have given the ID to it, username val. After getting the username, we will just make a simple fetch request to the Instagram API URL. So basically, I am just showing you the URL. It is not. It is part of the Instagram API, which provides you the access of this URL so that you can access this information. So that's why I'm calling this as API. So in order to make a fetch request, you will just write fetch, and then you need to copy paste the URL. So let me take this URL here and simply paste it. So here, instead of username, we will say simply plus username. So this returns a promise. So dot then. So response, we need to convert this response to JSON. Again, this will return the data to us in a promise. So we can console log the data like this. So this is the line of code that you need to write here. And simply, if I now open with live server, if I provide my username coding Shiksha, click on fetch data. So right click inspect element. If I go to console, so you will see that uh, I think it is saying access to fetch at from origin has been blocked by CORS policy. No access control allow origin header is present on the requested request. I think you cannot directly access this because I think you cannot directly access this because you can see that it is saying this that access to fetch at this from origin has been blocked by CORS policy. If you try to search this on Google, let me search it. If you search this, so just add a username here. After this, just provide a username here. Let's suppose I add this as coding section. Let me add a channel as well. Channel. Sorry, after the username, we add a channel. So just add this channel here, and now let me repeat this process once again. And if I write the username once again, coding section, click fetch data. So again, it is saying has been blocked by CORS policy. CORS policy. Let me see. They are saying that you would need to use a proxy or server to resolve it. So basically, what they are talking about, I should need a server. me see. In the meantime, if you have any sort of question, guys, you can ask in the comment section. So we need to use the concurrently so that we can run at a time. Bro, you have to add backend for server. I know that, but I thought that in this in JavaScript also we can fetch the data. So I just tried to do that. So all the you can see that they are saying that they are the course policy which is introduced by Instagram itself, which is causing this problem. How to download JSON from URL in, I think, in JavaScript. So if you're new to the channel, guys, you can subscribe the channel. Who can fetch? But you are running backend and frontend at a time so that if we use React.js, it's easy. No, no, React.js is not a problem with the framework that you are using. The permission is not granted by Instagram. You can just open it inside the browser, but you cannot call it programmatically using any sort of language. I think that's the problem. You can open it inside the browser, which is perfectly fine. You can view this information right here. But how to call this JavaScript? I think they are telling that you can use it inside PHP. Let me launch the PHP server. Let me start Apache server here and let me write, go to the exam directory, htdocs folder, and create a new directory here, which is insta. So let me paste this code here. So this is PHP code. So here we just need to replace the username of Instagram. So So if I go to the browser, which I say here localhost, insta, you can get all this information here. Selenium download JSON from URL. So basically, I just need to download this information. If I open this inside the browser, this is the actual information I need to capture inside a file. So guys, can you tell me how can I achieve this? Because when I launch this application in the browser, it is saying to me that CORS error is coming here. You can see that if I enter the profile, click on fetch data, so you would see access to has been blocked. Let me try this on a real server here, which is CodePen, which does provide me a. So let me create my own CodePen here. Let me paste this URL. Let me paste it. Guys, I haven't found out the solution, so that is the practice here. Simply, if you want any sort of data for a particular user, or you needed to download the post, you can simply add after this, which is coding Shiksha, provide the username of the user and simply type question mark is equal, sorry, underscore underscore a is equal to 1. Simply add this, and now you will be able to access all the information of that user, including the profile information and also this full post information as well. So this is thing. So I will be seeing you in the next live stream.